Yeah, well, that's just how it is. It's weird for me to talk to someone who enjoys my content, to be honest. Most people in my real life that know me, that know that I write fan fiction and that kind of stuff, don't even put put like a 99.5 foot pole between us, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just... Ah. I gotcha. Yeah. Well, one of the things that I've heard often is that people say that Kevin is like there are some people who don't like Kevin because he's an asshole.
Oh
Like
no,
that
that
is
is
the thing is like one of the when I started posting on AO3, I actually had a person like leave a review saying amazing story, terrible protagonist. Because he's a horrible person and all this kind of stuff. It's just like he's actually based on me and he's doing what I wish I could do in that world. Like not all of the trauma he has is based on me, but because, you know, I had to make him a little bit unique and give him a good reason to be in this world.
Yeah.
All right. So let me just see here. Hey, everybody in the server, do you hear me?
Wait, let me see if I have my settings set to where you can hear me in another person's stream.
Okay.
You should, because it works for my other friend. But
yeah, I have it set so that it'll it should pick up everybody in the party.
Okay. Video output settings.
I have 3 people in the chat room right now, and you're playing Fallout 4 right now, right?
Yep.
It is a pretty good game. I don't know why so many people dislike it.
Because it has such like a long history of outstanding games behind it. So a good
sequelitis.
Game. Yes.
That's what it comes down to, sequelitis.
Yes. At least that's how I imagine it. Because it's a good game, but when you compare it to all the other games in their time, like how amazing people thought they were, you can see how it doesn't almost hold up.
I got you, Grandpa Stone. But can you hear me at all, Grandpa Stone? I'm just making sure that like there are people there. It looks like there are 3 people in the chat room, but I don't know whether or not they can hear us. I'm gonna just type out in the chat room.
Alrighty. Try to go to the party, see if it's in there. Okay. Party audio settings.
Yep.
Here. Yeah, always allow voice to be shared. So yeah, they should be able to hear me.
Yep. Well, the problem is, I don't know what. I think one of the people in the chat room is you.
Yes,
like in
one of them is me.
Yeah, so we got Grandpa Stone and one other person, and I'm not entirely certain whether or not we can be heard. Because nobody's saying anything just yet.
Rusty Devil and Mr. Handy. Y'all picked the wrong place.
Just a random... Are they randomly, like, attacking you?
Well, they aren't attacking me. They're attacking some provisioners that are by Sanctuary Hills. But I subscribe to the notion that this is my place, get bet nerds. So... You gotta protect what's yours, you know?
You've got to protect what's yours, or else everybody will take you as a pussy.
Can't have that.
Okay, it looks like you are coming through, because Because I just to make sure I opened up Twitch on another like on my iPhone, just to see if I could hear you through that, and it looks like you are coming through, and both of us are. So
Wonders.
it should be all good. But yeah, back on the idea of the story. Like I said before, Kevin is based on me, and I'm just a person who doesn't like to take bullshit. Like, in my personal opinion, there are some people, some situations in which you can forgive and forget pretty easily.
Yeah.
But for example, the situation where Kevin was kidnapped and taken to the Harpy village, that is not kind of a kind of forgive and forget kind of thing.
Yeah, that's not very cash money.
Yeah. So that's why it was I basically fell back on the I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me.
Yeah.
And basically there was no like his thought process is if you won't let me leave, then I'm staying and kicking all of you out.
Yeah.
I also have something interesting planned for when he finally gets to the gold region. Have you ever actually played the original Monster Girl quest?
I've tried to, but I don't have the money to get it, so...
Oh, I didn't either. I pirated it.
Oh.
Like
Bad,
years
bad
ago,
man.
back when I was a teenager.
Oh yes, because that's totally good content for a teenager to be viewing.
Hey, I was a messed up child. Like, my one of the rules in my house, until I was 13, I wasn't allowed to curse. Once I reached 13, the rule changed to you can curse as much as you want as long as you're not cursing at us.
Yeah,
Well,
there's a similar thing in my house, except it was more 14, 15.
Well, for me, one of the reasons why my parents realized, I grew up with only my mom, my grandmother, and my sister, and my mother and grandmother are both I live in a police family, so
Oh.
it was impossible to go about without hearing constant cursing, either from them or from my family members. Or either from them or from like stories that they told or whatever. But it was it just turned into you can't, as long as you're not cursing at us, we're fine with it. In fact,
Stubbs toe.
like my grandma even like embraced an insult that was called to her once. She basically declared that she's the queen bitch of the household. Like, that is just peak, you know?
Yeah.
Peak badass. Sign, we're going after Zora Magdaros.
I love the physics engines in Bethesda. Because, you know how, like, there's some things that, like, the player character cannot move at all?
Yeah.
Like, there's scenery pieces. I shot this raider while he was running, and he fell face first into one of the rusted trucks, and moved it 3 feet to the right.
My god.
Like, Homie was thick-headed.
Either that or just, like, really fat. Like, well, not visibly, but, you know, really dense.
Yeah. Did you just call me Blob?
Why'd you have to go and call him Blob? I didn't say Blob, I said Bub.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm off with the abomination that is this cat.
Oh dear lord.
I cannot look at the cat that I created in this game without feeling like a chill go down my spine. It is horrifying.
The things we create.
Yeah. Like I'm used to like seeing like one of the things that I often watch is one of the Twitch streamers that I sometimes watch on his VODs on YouTube is named Prod, and what he does is he does Elden Ring, Dark Souls, like all those kind of stuff. But every single time he creates a new like a new character, he makes it as abominable as possible with weird skin colors, like weird facial structure, body structure, that kind of stuff. And I never thought I'd be the kind of person to do that, and I wasn't for my character. For companion characters, though, that's up in the air.
Story changes.
We'll get it ready by morning, I promise.
Yeah.
I'll hold you to it.
Sometimes I wish I could...
You know what?
Oh, what?
Good. Nah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, sometimes I wish I could switch, I could skip these cutscenes.
Sounds
They're
like we got our
annoying.
work cut out for us, eh, old man?
Yeah.
By next moonrise,
I was gonna say, sometimes the characters that are the most abominable are the funnest to play, because you go from this super serious cutscene, and then you turn around and you got Crimson Chin sitting there with a mullet.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Grandpa Stone, yeah, I can hear the echo too. It's probably coming from Wrath's end.
Yeah, it's a known problem. No idea how to fix it.
Well, it's probably just your microphone picking up your headset.
Well, that's tough because I can't move my mic in. It's fixed.
I gotcha.
Sadly.
Here comes Sora.
Here come that boy.
Oh Lord, he coming.
get to your posts now!
Oh, that's what those things are. They're super mutant totems with flesh size.
Super mutant totems?
Yeah, in the miscellaneous tab in the builder section, I see these things that are totems, and they have like these protrusions on the sides. That is a fucking suicide. And I didn't know what they were, but I just found one in the world, and I'm at a super mutant post. Where is that suicider? I hear you beeping.
Hold nothing back.
Now I gotta start off by hitting it with these small things from a distance, because I don't want to waste the cannonballs too quickly, because that actually, I don't know if most people know this, but you actually can waste the cannonballs in this mission. Like, they do run out eventually. I found that out once.
Belligerently.
Yep. Ah, fucking wyvern.
Good enough.
I'm wondering why these things protect the Zora Magdaros. It makes no sense.
Big, strong man need protecting.
Maybe.
Dog meat!
Might need to drop this back off because... Nope. Okay, there we go. Now go fire this cannon that's prepared. Cannons always do maximum damage.
Night stone.
Get this one. Yes. This is the most helpful cat is going to be for the foreseeable future, helping me load up
Proceed with
cannons.
caution.
That is a big dragon.
Yeah. So, were you there when we did this when we were talking about smashing or passing?
Yes.
Looks like Grandpa Stone's gonna be dropping off. Oh.
We're back down to 2, one of which is me. So hello, Final
Yep.
viewer.
I hate how if you don't fire by if you're holding something. Oh fuck! Oh, that wyvern just got messed the fuck up. Have you played this game before?
I've not played any Monster Hunter before.
Well, during this mission, you're loading up these cannons and doing all this stuff. Well, I just encountered a situation where there are these wyverns that, as you can probably see, they're flying around me, trying to stop me. And one of them, and you can fire up, you can load up to 5 cannonballs. You can load up to 5 cannonballs inside the each cannon, and then fire them all in rapid succession. But in the middle of firing off 5 cannonballs just now, one of the wyverns just got in front of the cannon's muzzle and got blasted. Yeah, it was fucking hilarious.
That poor bird.
Success. We restrained its movement.
Yes.
Second binder post.
I guess,
Success.
suppose you don't want to get hit, don't stand in front of the actively firing cannon.
Well, the wing drakes are not exactly the smartest monsters in this world.
So it would appear.
They have a tendency of just getting in the way and getting their shit kicked in, essentially.
As shown by that amazing display of marksmanship.
Exactly. Well, it was trying to stop me from attacking, and technically it did.
Technically. It's the same situation of, you can go parachuting without a parachute.
Yeah, it's just
need to go
only
more than
once. Yep. For some reason, you made me think of. I think I said this yesterday. I actually have a real life catchphrase. It's any variation on the phrase. The phrase that reminds me of this joke I know. Because I know a lot of jokes, to say the least. But I was reminded of a thing. It's like, hey, what was that sound? That loud banging noise? Oh, you know, I was, my shirt fell. How did your shirt make that loud of a noise when it fell? Oh, I was in it.
I think I've heard that one before, but...
Yep. It's a classic.
I got a bar joke.
Oh,
If you're
you
feeling
don't.
for one of those.
You have no idea how many bar jokes I have and how many varieties I have. My thing is, I remember every single joke I've ever heard in my entire life, so I have a perfect memory when it comes to jokes. But yeah, tell me the bar joke. Hopefully I haven't heard it yet and I can add it to my repertoire.
Oh, it is a repertoire.
Yes, my repertoire.
So, the joke goes, there's this bar up in this hotel, and it's like, we'll say 10 stories up, yeah? And this man goes in there, and when he goes in there, he sees a wide open wall. It's just one side of the building, there's a wall open up to the open air and to the street down below. And as he gets in, he sees this man sitting at the bar, down the rest of his drink, walk over to the wall, wait a couple seconds before jumping down. The man's like bewildered, so he goes over to the bartender and orders a drink, trying to not think about the suicide. Until a couple minutes later, the same guy walks back through the doors, goes over, orders another drink. Have you heard this one?
Yep, Superman.
Superman, you're an asshole when you're drunk.
Yep.
It's still not weak enough to capture, sir.
That's always been a classic.
For those who don't know, the joke continues on. Superman drinks a couple more times and does it. Then he tells the guy that there's an updraft that you can hit when you jump out the window.
Yep, that makes it so just before you hit the ground, you'll stop, and you'll be able to just walk back in. The other guy's like, really? Goes out, jumps out, and splats on the ground. Bartender looks at the first guy, he's like, damn, Superman, you're an asshole when you're drunk.
Yeah. If you've heard that one, you've definitely heard the challenge one.
Which challenge one?
Guy walks into a bar, sees 3 separate jars of money.
I've never heard that one, I don't think.
Zora Magdros is breaching the first barrier!
You might have to hear a bit more of the joke, but a guy walks into a bar and he sees 3 jars of money along the back wall, and they get bigger and bigger. And he walks up to the bartender and asks what the first jar of money is for. The bartender points over to this big dude, like really big dude, and says, if you can knock him out in one shot, you get the money. It's like, alright, what's the second one for? There's a dog out back with a messed up tooth. You go out there, wrestle that dog, bring me its tooth, you get the money.
I never heard this one. It's really messed up. Or...
I'm trying to think of some way to say it that isn't so, like, crass, I guess.
Hey, I don't think that there's any problem with things being crass, you know?
No!
Yeah, fair.
Like, I'm not one who would really care about that.
There's a yeah, we'll say it this way. There's a lady of the night upstairs who has never finished, we shall say. You get her to finish, you get the money. So the guy's like, alright, orders a drink, downs it, walks over, one slugs the dude, one shots him, dude goes down. Walks outside, you hear some yowling and some yelling, howling. Before he walks back in and says, alright, now, where's the bitch with the fucked up tooth? There's a better way to say it where, like, you mix the words around, but I can't remember it.
I gotcha. Well, here, I got a good bar joke for you that made me think of. Yeah, you remind me of a good joke. The joke goes... So a man walks into a bar and sees a jar full of money on the counter, and this thing is completely full. Okay, and he walks up to the bartender. He's like, "What's the jar for?" He's like, "See that donkey over there?" And sees a donkey off to the side. It's like, we have a thing where if that donkey has not changed its expression in like the entire time I've had it. If you can make it laugh, you basically put $5 into the jar, and if you can make it laugh, you get the jar, or you get the full pot. So the guy's like, all right. He walks over to the donkey and starts whispering into its ear. And after a few seconds, the donkey just starts laughing its ass off. Like, it is going hee-haw, 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 like, all over the place. And without another word, the guy walks up to the bartender, grabs the jar, and leaves. Okay. And the bartender's like, okay, what the fuck? So the bartender's like, okay, since that was a bust, let's make a new challenge. The new challenge is to make the donkey cry. Same exact thing. Put a $5 bill in the jar. If you can make the donkey cry, you get the rest of all the money that's in the jar. A few weeks go by, the jar starts filling up. Same guy as before walks in, and he's like, so what's this one for? What's this jar for? And the bartender tells him, and he's like, I got this. Goes up to the donkey and brings it over to a corner of the room. When he comes back, the donkey is bawling its eyes out. And he goes to take the jar, and the bartender's like, okay, that donkey hasn't changed its expression in fucking years. How did you make it laugh? I just gotta ask, how did you make it laugh? Oh, that's easy. I whispered in its ear that I had a dick bigger than his. Like, okay, what did you do to make him cry? I showed him.
I've heard that one before, but I just wanted to hear it again.
Yep. So, I remember my uncle told me that joke.
Yeah.
How do you feel about, like, chemistry jokes? Like, are you any fan of, like, science related jokes? Because I got one that's a bar joke that's chemistry related. If you can stomach it.
I'm a fan of any joke that's funny.
Okay. So, a scientist walks into a bar, goes up to the bartender and says, "Hello, I would like a good old glass of H2O." The bartender's like, "Alrighty then." Sets a clear glass of liquid on the table, and the scientist, you know, goes on his way. Pays for his drink, everything. Then another man standing behind the scientist is like, "Okay, I want to look as intelligent as that." So walks up right after the scientist walks away and is like, "Hey, hello, I'd like some H2O too." As in also. And you can probably see where this is going.
Yeah.
The bartender gives him a look, is just like, "Are you sure?" "Yes, I would." Gives him a clear glass of liquid. The guy dies.
It's changing posture. I think it's trying to get up.
Stay calm and focused.
Transfer.
Just keep looking
Zora
for those
Magdaros is trying to
macro
get it up.
Alright, I got a joke for you. You want to hear a construction joke?
Nah, I bet you're still working on it.
balls. Right. Hunters, make Prince more with all you've got.
What's
The
your sheep's
majority
favorite car?
of, like I said, because I remember every single joke I've ever heard, the majority of jokes these days are ones that I've already heard like a million times before. They're still good, but
Yeah.
I got one. Man walks into a bar
Okay.
and he starts spitting on the ground. He just keeps going, "Tuh, what a driver. Tuh, what a driver." And as he goes up, up to the bar, he's like, "Can you just give me something that'll wash this taste out of my mouth?" It's like, "Okay, you gotta tell me why the hell you're coming in here spitting all over my fucking floor." He's like, "Well, I saw this woman while walking up to the bar, driving a big SUV, and she was pulling up to a parking spot that I couldn't even fit my motorcycle into. And I looked her dead in the eye and told her if she could park that SUV there, I'd kiss her ass." What a driver.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's another one that my uncle told me.
Okay.
Your uncle seems like quite the traveled man.
Yeah, he told me this when I was really young, and I used to visit him. He would tell me this while he was working on cars. Yep, what a driver. Should I just bop this thing? Might be easier because it's just in front of me like this. Let's bop, 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 bop. Oh, Niku's in here. Yeah, Niku, this is Wrathbird.
Hello. Otherwise known as Lord Cornelius Quail.
Yes, Lord Cornelius Quail. What would you prefer me to call you?
Either or.
Yeah, I'll just call you Wrath because it sounds cool.
Rule of cool wins.
I am speaking with the entire sin of Wrath. That's just how it is.
Just how it is.
And Yeah, right now, Niku, we're going back and forth telling each other jokes.
Wait long?
This is gonna be an entire 3-hour clip of just jokes, back and forth.
I don't know if you were here yesterday for when I told this joke, but one of my favorite types of jokes is anti-jokes.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite ones is, what is green, fuzzy, and has 3 legs and would probably kill you if it fell out of a tree on top of you?
Footing or it'll shake you off.
What?
A pool table.
Zora Magdaros is getting back on all fours.
That's like what's yellow and can't swim?
What?
School bus full of children.
True. Why did the old lady put rainbow roller skates on her walker?
What?
She has dementia. What do you think George Washington would do if he was alive today?
What?
In my personal opinion, I think he'd scream and claw at the roof of his coffin.
Hey Niku, you want a pun? What's a sheep's favorite car? A Subaru.
Those are some of the best ones. Like, I love dirty jokes, I love anti-jokes, I love everything like that, but the good old ones are the dad jokes and puns.
Hey, when does a joke become a dad joke?
When it becomes a parent.
Yes.
Yep.
Recently heard that one again.
What did you say?
Recently heard that one again, or got reminded of it.
Are you okay?
No, I am not okay. I just fell off of Zora Magdaros. Alright.
All the stuff in aid is like really rare, so it's hard to decide what to use to clear up inventory space.
What's that?
Yeah.
What is that? That black figure up in the sky.
That's, I was talking earlier today about one of the stories that I'm planning on writing. It's actually, the first chapter of it is out on my Patreon.
A monster.
Main character is a isekai, who's testing out a beta version of the gamer system. Specifically a gamer system that, for being a merchant.
Careful there, partner.
And one of the things that he gets to start off is he has the opportunity to select some video games in his house that he can, you know, integrate the items that can be sold or picked up there into his inventory so that he can sell them. And one of them is Fallout 4.
Oh, that's...
He gets like the full Nuka-Cola. He gets just about everything. Like literally everything that can be sold or gotten. But oh, that guy just said, "I'm back."
If he's like in any type of world that understands science, he is gonna have a monopoly, like so hard on medical supplies. Cause even just a stim pack and Radaway, like things that could get rid of radiation.
Oh, he starts out in the Borderlands universe.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're gonna want stuff like the Super Sledge and...
Yeah. Basically, the way he's starting out, he's actually, he doesn't earn, he does have, like, levels and that kind of stuff, but it's levels in specific subclasses, because he is stuck with the merchant class, but he can gain subclasses such as food vendor, arms dealer, that kind of stuff. He starts out as a food vendor, but he can only sell stuff from that falls under he can only sell stuff that falls under whatever subclasses he has, and he only unlocks a new subclass after one of the subclasses reaches level 50. And there are 5. The thing is, he also has a skill called Infinitory, and what it does is the Infinitory has 5 levels to it: common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary, just like with the Borderlands universe. And he starts out with common level, and he has that, and what it does is, for whatever level the Infinitory skill is at, every item that he has that isn't a unique item, every item that he has in his inventory that is at that skill, that level or below, he has an infinite amount of them.
Oh.
So yeah, so like a stim pack, I'm planning on making stim packs uncommon. But once he gets up to the uncommon tier for Infinitory, he'll have infinite stim packs.
But we actually ignored Niku. They tried to pull out a joke.
What did Niku say? Okay. Time flies out. How does fruit fly? Fruit flies like a banana. Yep.
Sorry, Niku.
Sorry, Niku. We were a little bit distracted. The items are limited to what's on Gambler's PS4. Yep. Basically, I took the games that are on my PS4. The thing is, the main character, whose name is Chester, gets the ability to like I said, the first thing he's given, it doesn't die and go to this other universe. He's actually like just in his home when he's informed, hey, you've been chosen to beta test a new version of the gamer. And he's told he can bring one game into the, like, he can integrate one game into the system, or as many games as he can get in 5 minutes. What he does is he grabs his PlayStation 4. It's like, he has a bunch of games saved on there, and his apartment is as messy as mine is, so he can't find his games anywhere else. So he has the stuff from the BioShock series. He has stuff from Nier Automata, or Automata, however pronounce it. Like, any game that was on my PlayStation at the time, he has all the stuff from that. But he has to be careful because until he becomes an arms dealer, he's not going to be able to use any of the weapons because he has no training in them. And also, the point of being a merchant is not to not to kill people, it's to have other people kill people, you know?
Good old Marcus Munitions.
Yep. And I'm planning on Marcus being a little bit angry at him. And because nobody's probably going to really look at this, like, people might actually not listen to this, Niku already knows this, what I'm about to say. Because Niku and the other people that are admins and mods on the server have seen this.
All right, gather around.
They have seen this. One of the first things he gets is, like, for completing the tutorial, he got a coin, a legendary gacha coin. He flipped it.
There's a gacha system?
Yep. He flipped it, and what he got from the flip was a legendary trait called Merchant Immortality. Basically, it makes it so if he is killed, the moment someone looks away from his body, like his body is no longer under observation, he comes back to life somewhere nearby. And I based that around the merchant from Resident Evil 4.
First, your reports. Where do we stand right now?
So, yeah, and because of that, one of the first things that he got was like a +1 luck, because he got that out of all of the various skills, because that's like supposed to be a late game thing. But since he's a beta tester, this is a beta version of the thing, and it has like a lot of glitches that he has to suss out. And he's allowed to exploit the glitches as much as he wants until they're patched. So, because he got that skill or trait, there's nothing about it.
It is what it is.
Yep.
Since it
So,
the Great Ravine, however,
I'm gonna skip past all this chatting that they're doing.
Okay, so I have something for 308, but I don't need 38.
There's no point.
Yeah, basically he's like the he's like Niku's saying, he's basically like Officer Schrodinger from Helsing. As long as you aren't observing him, he is alive. Can't teleport everywhere, but you know. And another thing is, the first chapter starts with him waking up to klaxons blaring and that kind of stuff, because he didn't come into the Borderlands universe at the start of the Borderlands story. He actually came around when the Iridians were still there.
Oh, that's
bad. Because the Iridians, they are the type of people, type of society that they could poke at the fabric of the universe until, I believe that the way that it was described was the universe poked back with the Destroyer.
Yeah.
And they determined his abilities, like his potential. They couldn't detect the system itself, like the gamer system itself, but they could detect his potential, and they labeled him as the War Maker, because with his potential he could theoretically infinitely supply weapons, food, armor, anything for any side of any war, even two sides of the same war. So because he has the potential, they locked him away. He wakes up 7,000 years later. When the...
Oh, so like...
Yeah, he doesn't, like... He's not awake for the entire thing. They actually put him in a kind of stasis, because the Iridians are not cruel. They are scientists. And they prefer not to kill things, they prefer to seal them away. So, whereas creatures like the Rampager and the Destroyer could live incredibly long lives, they understood that he couldn't, so they put him in a stasis to be someone in the future's problem.
This is not our problem now.
Yep, this is not our problem. He is the War Maker, and his vault is on Pandora, and the reason why he gets woken up is because the first game is at the end of the first game. After the end of the first game, the Destroyer starts, getting a little bit, uncomfortable in its prison because its feeding wasn't that long. Like it got to eat one person and then no more. So it's wiggling around, and Hyperion's drilling ended up disturbing the mechanisms that keep his vault functional. So his vault no longer has an external power source, and if he doesn't find a way to get out within 5 years, the pocket dimension inside the vault is going to collapse and give him a first death that is incredibly painful, on the level of being rendered asunder by to a subatomic level.
Hunters, head to the Great Ravine as soon as you're ready.
Yeah.
That's definitely incentive.
Yeah, so even though he's immortal, he can still feel pain.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it like, technically get at the beginning, but if you can't defend yourself, especially on Pandora, immortality's not going to get you anywhere.
The bandits are gonna have a lot of fun with their torture doll.
Yep. NPCs here again, but sounds like an impressive death. Yeah.
Hey, partner.
That does sound like an impressive death.
Out in the Great Ravine. I'll tag along.
quite the thing to come back on.
Yep. Let me see here. But yeah, one of the first things that he has to do is, like, his first quest in this new life is to get the hell out. And one of the things that is provided to him is he has two forms of currency. The currency for whatever universe he is currently in, and shop points. Both of which are earned, obviously, by selling things. Shop points are earned depending on the value of, like, the value and rarity level of whatever he's selling. He gets 1,000 shop points at the beginning, and he's gonna have to spend them on what is going to be called the Universal Computer Upgrade for the system. Which makes it so that even though he's technically in a pocket dimension, he has a computer that can access the greater echo net of the 6 galaxies. And he can, like I said, his first subclass is a food vendor. So technically he has no risk of running out of food anytime soon, but he has unique food from multiple universes that he can sell to this universe. The Universal Computer Upgrade also comes with, like, a delivery system that teleports whatever's been purchased to whoever he's selling it to.
I just thought of an amazing encounter you could make him have, like, sometime later down the line. Mr. Torg finds out about this, and he doesn't think anything of it until he realizes that the Mirelurk Queen eggs, or a Deathclaw egg.
Yes. We at the Torg Corporation think that this is fucking awesome!
Madly, madly, mow! Yeah, that popped in my head as soon as I remembered food vendor, because the Mirelurk egg is a food item. It is it's in aid. So
it's just that some eggs are rarer than others and all that jazz.
Yeah, like the queen egg would. You're gonna have to figure out a system to put everything in if you haven't already.
Oh, I have. I've been putting it together. One of the more annoying things, but one of the things that actually has assisted with the food choice and that kind of stuff, is that one of the games that was on my PlayStation when I originally conceived this idea and put the list was Genshin Impact, and you know the cooking system in that world.
Yeah. So you already have a base essentially.
Yep. There's also all the food that can be found in the 3 BioShock games, because it's the full BioShock trilogy. I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna pull up which games that I have, that are part of the list.
Will this be readily available on the story itself, or is this like new,
it'll be readily available on the story. The thing is, only the first chapter is out so far, and it's only on my Patreon right now. So anybody who's hearing me say this gets to hear it exactly what's going on the Patreon, but not many people are going to be actually here, you know?
Well, we got 4 people. They might rally a call in the Discord.
I think we can get through if we head this way.
I may be the one to blame that Monster Hunter stuff is not there. Yeah, I was going to put Monster Hunter stuff there, but it was a little bit too complicated. Let me actually double check this. Yeah, I have Nier Automata, which doesn't have much in the way of food. Like, literally the only food items are moose meat and boar meat. Then there is Bloodborne, which has just about no food items whatsoever.
Yeah,
Dark
because the
Souls
blood echoes
3.
and vials. Those have the Biersteins, or the meat, I believe, that you get from The Onion Knight. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, the Siegbrow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the. Then there's Code Vein.
Never played that.
It's basically like a Souls-like game, set in the same universe as God Eater. If you've ever heard of the
Neither
God
played
Eater
nor
games.
watched that.
Yeah, I didn't think you would have. Most people haven't. Well,
I've
and
heard of
then
it, but I've
Genshin
not.
Impact. Oh, and I put Fallout 4.
Yes. And there's oodles of food items in that.
Yeah.
Oodles and oodles.
I spent a while putting together like the list of food items for Fallout 4 that are just common food. It's so much. Like I put food items that for me the food items that are common are ones that do not increase stats
Sure,
but
Matt
only
Jones went straight
only
through.
heal health.
We didn't even slow it down. I'm guessing
That's
there's
still,
something
like,
pretty important
a
on the
very
lot.
side.
large.
Yeah, I tried to narrow it down. It did not help.
No, because just looking through my inventory now, things that only
This
heal
massive
health,
fissure it made. This
that's
is
a
the
lot.
power of an elder dragon.
Yeah.
yeah, like, yeah.
Ask whatever question you
try-
want to ask.
I'm trying to figure out a way to put a reference in
We
here,
gotta be careful not to fall here.
because I was gonna say, would you kindly keep divulging info?
Would you kindly? Yeah, no, I would kindly do so. And I know that's a reference to Bioshock 1. Would you kindly
Yeah.
snap that sweet puppy's neck? No! No! Anyway, that was one of the more disturbing tapes that you get there.
Yeah.
But,
Lazy down there.
yeah. Main character, when he actually got the option to change his name, well, he was told to change his name because his name was too boring. So he calls himself Chester
This way.
Marvelous. If you know what that's a reference to.
I can't say I do.
Marvelous Chester from the first Dark Souls game DLC. In the DLC, you go back in time and you actually meet a character named Marvelous Chester that he's like got the top hat, got a suit. He looks like he belongs in Bloodborne. And at one point, he actually invades you. But he's like the only person in the game that sells homeward bones.
It's been a minute. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of 3. No, that's
Yeah,
one.
you're thinking of you're likely thinking of 3 right now. But yeah, he calls himself Chester Marvelous, and he's told to like choose a body, like change how he looks, and he uses the template for the Resident Evil 4 merchant.
Nice.
Thank you.
What are you buying? What are you selling?
Ah, I'll buy it at a high price. I watched a guy do the original, like play through the original Resident Evil 4, and one of the funniest things I heard, he was joking about. He's like, "What are you buying? Oh, what are you selling? Whose dick are you sucking?" It's just like, okay then. Okay,
left
NPC
field.
left again. I have to
I
change
don't know where we are.
to headphones. So sorry if I vanish. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that first chapter is already out, and I'm halfway through the second chapter. And it's not until I get to the fourth chapter that I'll actually start posting the story in on Web Novel and Archive of Our Own.
Okay.
I do enjoy writing. One of my problems is that up until now, my job was regularly beating down my inspiration.
Thwack,
Doing
thwack,
a careful
thwack.
expedition into the Coral Highlands sounds like a
What
good
happened?
idea to me.
No, I was like miming
Yeah.
beating something with the
Yeah,
thwack sound effect.
Yeah. I thought you said fuck, fuck, fuck. I'm like, okay then. Something happened to him.
No, something like that happened last night. I had a random encounter with a death claw.
What the hell? How unlucky can you be?
Yeah, I was walking between settlements after clearing out a super mutant encampment, and my screen shakes. I'm like, what the hell is that? I look around, behind me, there's a death claw charging me down.
Oh my god. Speaking of random encounters, did you know that there's a Mr. Gutsy randomly roaming around the game that you can actually make him explode? Like, you can make him blow himself up. What it is you have to have a high amount of charisma, like the charisma stat. But what you do is the Mr. Gutsy still thinks that it's like years ago.
The war.
Yeah, well, before the war, and he's like, you need to be indoors by so and so time. Repeat, do you comply, or something like that. He says, repeat, do you comply, and you can just keep replying back, repeat. No, do you comply? Do you comply? Do you comply? And just going back and forth in an infinite loop until he eventually just like it fries his personality circuits and he blows himself up.
I think I have heard of that, yes. But I sadly haven't encountered him, or I do not remember encountering him.
Okay, I'm off to the Coral Highlands to fight a Palu Palu.
Off to the Never Never Land.
A Paolu, or however it's pronounced.
Apalulu. I have no clue.
Yeah, I forget. Paulumu, that's what it is.
Palumu.
That's a pretty good armor set. I'm still wondering about the armor set option that like the seasonal armor sets are always interesting, like I said before, but there's the armor set option that it gave me for like this seasonal armor set is a scuba diver gear.
Yeah.
And they never actually fit in with whatever like with the Monster Hunter universe. Just like the were you there when I showed the pimp outfit?
Yes, I was. The pimp named Slickback. Yeah, it's there's this show that was on Adult Swim called The Boondock Saints, and you may have seen if you know who Uncle Ruckus is.
Ah, yeah. I thought that was just called Boondocks.
It might be. I might be mixing it up. Probably.
Yeah, Boondock Saints
but...
is a movie. I believe it was just the Boondocks.
Ooh.
Yeah. They've always been mixed up in my head, but yeah, the Boondocks. Yeah, with Huey. Uncle Ruckus, Grandpa. Yeah. I thought that was a Wendigo, but I'm not playing 76, so ha. I fought a Wendigo in 76. Thing was freaky looking. Dogmeat, you found an enemy near an enemy encampment. How astute of you.
Speaking of Dogmeat, one of the main reasons why I included the Fallout universe is one of the in the Merchant Gamer story is one of the things that he can do is there's a thing called the for things that aren't purchasable in the in whatever universes they are, there's a thing an option in the gamer system called the warehouse where he can use shop points to purchase them and add them to his inventory. And one of the things includes companions and assistants. And you can see where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
Him getting dog meat. Now the question is dog meat a synth?
Even if he is still the goodest boy.
He is. There's no way that you can say that dog meat isn't the goodest boy. And if you do, I will kill you in the most violent and inhumane way possible.
I will take express classes from Kevin of the most violent way possible.
One of my favorite pastimes is coming up with threats for Kevin to use in the future. But I don't think I'll ever be able to top the one that you said to the prostitute.
I will put bones in
everything you eat and drink in the future. Eating a sandwich? Bones. Drinking some milk? Bones.
Chewing gum? Crack, crack.
Crunchity munchy then, motherfucker. Just... I don't think I'll ever be able to top that.
Not in pure visceral, oh, this is not money. This is not nice.
But I do want to try. Okay, eating meat in the middle of a battle.
Oh yes, good old Bethesda magic at its work, at its finest.
No! Of course I get out of this being stunned right as I'm about to get kicked in the face.
Oh, what that was?
Old man, Grandpa Stone ain't like he used to be.
These old bones ain't so limber no more.
Let me see here. I need... Nope. I keep trying to, accidentally trying to dodge with circle. Because that's how it is with Elden Ring and just about every Dark Souls game and everything. But for some reason in Monster Hunter Quest, Monster Hunter World, it's the X button.
You should be able to remap that, no?
No, I believe that Monster Hunter, has, like, default things, unfortunately.
Oh, layouts?
Yeah, default layouts that you can choose from.
Damn.
Especially when it comes to, like, I'm pretty sure that if this was like a PC version of it or something like that, you might be right. But because it's a PlayStation version, the answer will be a big fat no.
Hey, you wanna know why Dogmeat is the best companion?
Because you can get him to steal the cryolizer at the beginning of the game.
Another less awesome reason.
Did
I
you know that? Yeah, if you didn't know that?
I knew you could get it early game, but I thought like there was just a random chance for it to be open because that's what I remember.
No, what you do is if you take Dogmeat into Vault 111 and go into the office where the cryolizer is locked, you can look at Dogmeat, then point at the box that it's kept in, the clear box that it's kept in, and he will take it out of the box and you can have it, like at the beginning of the game. Not many people know that. Okay, time
I
to
was
move.
gonna say because he doesn't proc the Lone Wanderer perk, but that's so much better.
Well, there's also the fact that no matter what you do, I don't think Dogmeat has will lose any liking for you, you know?
Yeah, any affection.
Any affection. It's not like even if it's like everybody is like that, Dogmeat doesn't. Dogmeat loves you, no matter how. Dogmeat understands that you're a fucked up human being, so.
Instead of average family members, Dogmeat understands.
Dogmeat understands. Remember that time when you killed a bunch of people just to be able to sleep in a bed? Dogmeat understands.
Remember that time you shot that one kid in the face for his laser rifle in New Vegas? Dog meat understands.
Yep. And the fact, isn't that laser gun that he has like the most powerful weapon in the game?
Yes, it calls down an orbital cannon.
Yep, you just have to do the quest to allow it.
Yep. I just remembered seeing a video of an interaction. It's like, hey, I can almost see right down the barrel of this gun.
Yep. Yep, I know that that interaction. I can see right down the barrel. And despite how flawed Bethesda is, some of their interactions are just perfect. Like they know what people are going to do, and they're just like, let's code this in.
Yeah.
I thought I had shouldn't I have?
For all the it just worksness, there are some very fun interactions. Like, have you played Skyrim much?
Yes.
Have you done the interaction where it's like, really, you couldn't leave my armor?
Which one was that?
There's this one quest where you have a ghost companion, and you find her corpse, and if you loot her armor...
Oh, yeah, that one. Like, really? You steal the armor off a dead chick?
Yeah.
Where is this one? CC Yaku. Wondering, is it hurt enough for me to capture it? It should be, but just in case it isn't, I'm gonna do this first, and then lay the pitfall trap. It's a trap.
No. This is a bucket. No. There's more. Dear God.
You also made me think of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Yeah, NPC, a child has a laser rifle because it looks like a toy gun, and he just found it in the waste randomly.
Yeah, it looks like if you don't know the quest, like you can actually like buy it off of him and that kind of stuff, or kill him for it. But there's no really, unless you know how to get to the quest that syncs it up to the orbital cannon, it's basically useless.
Yeah, it's a fancy paperweight. Yes. Okay. Your boy just got the lead belly perk. Now I can consume highly irradiated waffles, and I'll be fine.
Waffles? I thought you were gonna say water, but you said waffles. I can consume the waffles.
No waffle shall be spared. Well, since I can do that with impunity now, I don't have to worry about wasting my rat away and then proceeding to consume.
You made me think. You made me remember something. We're talking about the waffles, though. I used to have a stepdad, and funny thing is, I am redheaded, so that makes me a redheaded stepchild. So if I ever say something like beat someone like a redheaded stepchild, I can say that because haha, I am the redheaded stepchild. But I had a stepdad who his ex-wife had this thing that she would say that pancakes are for poor people, but waffles are okay. I have no idea what the fuck is going on in her head.
I don't know either.
Like, she would refuse to eat pancakes because pancakes are for poor people. It's like,
but waffles are okay.
Yeah, a waffle, she'll eat a waffle.
Let's go exploring.
But not a pancake. And that was one of my first encounters with someone who I just cannot understand where that thought process comes from.
Yeah. Hey, I need to run and help my mom with something. I'll be right back. Just need to move some clothes.
Do it to it, Mountain Dew.
Yep.
Yep, NPC. She wouldn't go to. She wouldn't even go to IHOP. Like she was. I can understand not wanting to eat something because
Hey, partner.
it's unhealthy, or not wanting to eat something because it's too expensive. But not eating something because it's for quote poor people. Like I'm a food guy. I enjoy eating. And I also have a wide variety of foods that I hate the taste of, because I have very sensitive taste buds. But just the idea that someone would refuse to eat something because it's for poor people. Not even that it tastes terrible or that it's cheap. They're for poor people.
I think we could build the camp here. Let's ask the head honchos. Sounds like the research base has a new guest. Want to go back and check in?
The research base has a new guest? Wow! What do you think, Cat? No, I know what you think. I'm gonna bop you for a few times. Here. Nope. We're gonna bop. It's all your fault. You did this. I'm gonna kill you. One of these days I might actually just do a stream while I'm writing. Think anybody would want to listen to that? Well, I wouldn't like show my screen like what I'm actually writing, but I'd be quiet for most of it, but oh. I just opened up my phone and it just started an echo, even worse echo effect than what we got going on right now. Okay. Take all. Take it. Take it all! Hulk reference. Headset was accidentally unplugged. What time is it? 9:14. Oh, there's actually 5 people here. And I'm betting none of them are important. Not even you, NPC. You're just an NPC. You're NPC number 777.
Oops. Want to get going?
Balloons, the sky, all of this is amazing.
You don't have a heart. You're an NPC.
Right.
Left.
Boy, what do you want?
So much shrooms. Piles, mining, and entomology. Another good thing about being here is I don't have to worry about...
What's up?
What's up? forge equipment. Armor. CC. TT. I can't make anything. Well, what would be the greatest change for me? Okay, this is at 8. No, wait. This is at 8. This is at 18. Yeah, so this will be the biggest change. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Okay. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. Rats make me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. Oh, I want to see what Cat would look like in the... Oh, this says the Aloha set. You back, Raph? Thought I heard it. But, yeah, let's see. The Aloha set. I technically could make all 3 of these.
Hello?
Hello. Want to see something funny? And even more cursed? Look at Cat right now. This is the counterpart to the scuba diver set. The Aloha set. And the funny thing is, I can actually make it right now, but I'm not going to.
Cat doesn't deserve better equipment, despite how fun it would be.
He does not. Especially because that equipment would be some of the strongest equipment in existence.
We don't need Cat one-shotting some of the bosses.
Exactly.
Sup, Flair?
This guy is like the ultimate bro. Like, he's like, sup, player? How you doing, bro? Oh no, wait, I accidentally crafted something instead of upgrading something. Is this the weapon that I'm current? Okay.
NPC's Sono IHOP reminds me of Sono Head.
Yep. Sono Head. Throws it on the ground, breaks the breaks the
Breaks his board.
The amount of times I've seen that joke be played off in like games where part of the thing is to like part of the quest or in a game is to cut off someone's head, or you end up cutting off someone's head by accident. It's just like Sono Head.
French Revolution. Sono Heads.
Have you seen a complete history of the world, I guess?
The sun is a deadly laser.
Not anymore, there's a blanket.
Yeah.
Yep. And Robespierre. Let's go. Why? No. If France is so poor, why do the men and women, not men and women, why do the king and queen still wear such fancy clothes? Why do the king and queen still wear such fancy clothes? Let's break into the palace and cut everyone's head off, said Robespierre, cutting everyone's head off until somebody got mad at him and cut his head off. You could make a religion out of it. No, don't.
Yeah. It is like a comprehensive view of the history of the world, I guess.
Hey, guess what, Romans? What? Barbarians. What's a barbarian? Non-Romans, said Romans, being invaded by non-Romans.
Fucking. You know there was an anti-tank Vespa at one point in history?
Anti-tank Vespa.
Yes.
What the hell?
Would you like to know more?
Yes, I would.
Okay, so I believe around World War II, yes, this was World War II. In World War II, the Germans employed this new tactic called the Blitzkrieg, and it was amazingly effective.
Technically, it translates into lightning war.
Yes. And what they do is they would put all their tanks in one rush and punch through in one point because the defense was spread all over their entire front. So they would push through that and then just continue on faster and faster, trying to essentially bull rush into the enemy command post. And I believe it was France, it didn't have a way to counter this. So because there was a bunch of recoilless rifles left over from World War I, and they had an in-house manufacturing facility for Vespas or mopeds, they stuck an anti-tank recoilless rifle on a Vespa and would send them out to the field. You wanna know the funniest bit?
What?
Guess who used them?
Who?
Paratroopers. They would throw these things out the backs of planes to intercept Tiger tanks or Russian tanks, or Russian or German, to intercept enemy tanks, we'll say. And they were amazingly effective. Guess how much it cost for one of them?
How much?
500.
Wow.
For something that could take out a $3,200 tank.
You know, it's always unfortunate whenever the amount of jokes about the French being a surrendering country. Like, they have some of the bloodiest revolutions in history. They have like, the thing about the French is that I believe they only surrendered in one war, right?
Yeah, that's the one
but now
everyone
it's
clowns
become
on for.
how they're criticizing,
Yeah.
like. One of the jokes
Surrendered
that I have
in 3
is,
days.
do you know why French tanks have rear view mirrors?
What?
So they can see the enemy.
I once heard that French tanks have 10 gears, 1 forward, 9 in reverse.
Yep.
Yeah, the French get done dirty, like, in terms of stuff, because the only reason they surrendered, as far as I remember, is because in those, like, the 3 days, it was the Blitzkrieg, or, like, something close, that, like, if they didn't surrender, it would have just been all bad.
I love the French for their warfare capacity, but you know what language I love the most? And I'm sad that I can't speak it? German. Because the way that the Germans work is you don't just create you don't have one word for something. Let's smash a bunch of words together and make a giant Franken-word for just about everything. My 3 favorite German words are Schadenfreude, Kummerspecht, and Beifkekekeshish. I think that's how it's pronounced.
What is the Beifkekeshish?
I don't. I'll have to look it up again, but that I almost certainly butchered the pronunciation, and I can't even spell it. But the word stands for a face in need of a fist.
I've heard that word before. You seem like the type of worldly man to know what defenestration is.
Yes, the act of throwing a person out a window, and that's the fact that we have that in English is hilarious.
Yeah. I once thought there was a word for slapping someone in the face with a penis, but it was sadly on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah,
to be
pwned.
biffled. Oh, I thought it was biffled.
Biffled? At one point
Yes.
it was pwned. The things have been progressing over the years. And you know what Schadenfreude is, right?
The act of enjoying seeing someone in annoyance.
It is. It actually is close. Happiness at the misfortune of others.
Yeah, it's like soft sadisticness is how I mostly remember it.
I learned it while there's a Sesame Street, right? There's a group called Q Avenue or Avenue Q that they're basically like Sesame Street for adults. Like they have songs called Schadenfreude, Everyone's a Little Bit Racist, The Internet is for Porn.
It seems like college humor, but as an actual
The thing is, they are a traveling group. Basically, they're like, imagine them like a traveling theater troupe. But they have, and the reason why they're like Sesame Street is they actually have some of the characters are just puppets.
Speaking of puppets, do you know this one comedian by the name Randy Feltface?
Yes.
Yes.
He's amazing. But one of the last words I was gonna tell you about, Humorspect. Humorspect. It literally translates into the words grief, bacon. And what it actually is supposed to mean, it's the weight people gain while they're depressed. But
German is such a fun language. Like,
yeah, because there's so many words that their literal translations are really weird. But when you get into like what they mean, it makes sense.
Looks at Krankenhaus and Krankenwagen.
What's that?
Hospital and ambulance, and Kranken means bone. So you have Bone Mobile and Bone House.
Oh, that's perfect. Bone Mobile and Bone House.
And it's a hospital and an ambulance, respectively.
So, well, that just makes me think. So we could technically, in German, the hospital is the bone zone.
Yes, I suppose the hospital is the bone zone. Yeah. The funny juice, man. The funny juices. They're being squeezed. Yeah. I'm trying to remember other words that I know that are absurd. Cause I remember, like, I remember the word in a different language. Like another language, but I can't remember what it was for. A femur?
The bone fairy. How much do you think it would pay for a femur?
Are we talking in bulk or singular purchase here? Individual sale.
You're making me think of the joke. It's like, so I went in to the hospital the other day to donate a kidney. I thought it would all be okay, but they just kept asking me where I got it from.
You donate one kidney, you're a hero. You donate 100 and suddenly, what happened to all those poor people?
Or here's a good one. Here's another good one. If you feed a spider a fly, you're seen as a good person who looks after those that are less fortunate. Teach a spider to fly, on the other hand, and suddenly you're Satan.
Apparently the NPC is buying femurs $20 a pop.
You'd be willing to Is NPC saying he'd be willing to buy them or sell them at $20? Because I think you're underselling it.
I don't know, man. That $20 for a club is pretty good.
Just remember, you are not worthless. Organs go for a lot of money on the black market.
Especially eyeballs.
Yeah.
Have you watched Dead Meat, the YouTube channel?
No.
Okay, so they, oh no, it's Film Theory, my bad. They did a thing on The Purge about what the most, amount of money you could get for what the best crime would be. And they found out that it would be, harvesting the organs of the dead and selling them to hospitals.
Oh.
Because you have to think about something that is essentially victimless, because you hack somebody, the next purge, they're just gonna send mercenaries after you.
Yeah.
But you sell organs, well, they're dead. They're not gonna come after you.
Have you seen the thing that's like, okay, the purge, so all crime is illegal, so pirating software, illegal immigration, tax evasion.
Isn't that just technically the Forever Purge?
Yeah, the Forever Purge. I don't think I ever saw I never saw any of the Purge movies. Isn't the Forever Purge where nobody stops it? Like, the government is basically fucked up?
Yeah, the writers say, screw that, because we had 8 years of no purges. We're not gonna let this be taken from us again. We're just gonna... Revolution!
Keep hitting it with trank bombs until the effect kicks in.
Yay! Drugging a bear off.
Yo, we getting tipsy up in here?
Materials from a captured monster. However, you will receive more rewards
Yes,
than
I
usual
understand
once the quest is over.
how this works, Alice. I swear, the
Alice
handler in this game is just like Alice, and like pointing out the obvious and just being like, you know, you can do this.
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. By the way, there's a thing in the game that nobody's really missing out on the next chapter of Monster Girl Quest Evolution that I'm writing, because do you remember the reaction that Sylph had to seeing Kevin's memories, like breaking down crying?
Yeah.
Well, Gnome has it worse, because Gnome, at least Sylph, she is like constantly knowing what's going on in the world because of the winds and that kind of stuff, so she's familiar with, you know, loss and that kind of stuff, like cruelty. The thing is, Gnome is a loner. Gnome builds up walls around her heart so that she's never hurt. Well, those memories are not exactly good.
Kind of hard to build walls around a, river.
Yep. Let's see here.
I eagerly await the continuation.
Yep. I'm almost done writing the next chapter, and then the chapter after that is going to be the travel to, it's going to be the travel from, let me see here, the travel from, the Safina region to the Noah region. And that is where, Kevin is going to meet Tamamo and, a certain flying succubus. Again.
Wunderbar.
Yeah. Do you hate spoilers? Well, I would basically just be telling you how things work out in the game, in the actual game it's based on.
I wouldn't mind, because by that point it'd probably be so far down the line that I wouldn't remember.
Yeah. So the way that the spoiler is, like, the reason why he's like encountering Alma is because she regularly, there's a there is a coliseum in the Noah region, like a major coliseum where humans and monsters fight, and it's like the Noah region is like where a lot like monsters and humans get along a lot easier, essentially. But like she Alma is actually the champion of the arena. Like, she's the best fighter they got. But then again, the majority of the fights that are not between fights between monsters are all about violence. But in the arena, but anytime there's a human male, they usually go into it expecting to get raped. Like they specifically go into the contest and that kind of stuff in the fights just to get raped by a monster girl.
Tis the expected result, as we would say.
Yep. It's exactly what it says on the tin, you know?
Screw around, get screwed.
Fuck around, find out.
To fuck around is human, to find out is divine.
Have you seen the things that, like, the guy with the meme that's the guy with the chart? And it shows like an arrow going
fuck around
directly.
Meter, find outness.
Yeah, it's basically, as you can see from this chart here, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
He fucked around about an 8, so following the chart, he found out about an 8.
Yep.
Why do people have such low amount of caps? Let me bleed you dry for thousands upon thousands.
Yeah, I always like in the Fallout games, I always invest so much money in being like well, not so much money, but so much like stat points and that kind of stuff in increasing my carry load, because no matter what it is, I'm going to basically strip everything of everything and sell everything, especially ammo. Like ammo is one of the best things that you can collect, because it weighs absolutely nothing, and you can carry an infinite amount of it.
You just reminded me of a fun time I had in 76. So in 76, so you know how in Fallout games you can modify your equipment and like your guns to change the receiver so they take different ammo types?
Yep.
So my friend, right, he played 76 quite a bit for a while. He was pretty high level, had his own little base running with shops and all. He had this fun little weapon. He modified a minigun to accept.
Oh. That sounds interesting.
So, oh, you have no idea how many times I was running around with him, because he also wore power armor sometimes. So running around with this dude in power armor, bright yellow, runs into a bunch of super mutants. You just hear it wind up. Because the gunshots are different. Yeah, so it goes from pew 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 to bum 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 bum.
Why does the NPC have to work on a weekend? Are you that much of a loser?
To expressly inconvenience you, yes.
Well, that reminds me. I just reminded of what day it is. What I was supposed to do today. I need to go check my mail real quick. First I'm gonna get some flash bugs, and then I'm gonna step away from the microphone for a bit.
Good night, NPC.
Good night, NPC. We love you and hate you in equal measure. At least she's better than Naomi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I thought it was bad enough that we have Kat being chaotic, but Naomi is just horny for everything.
And Naomi is the epitome of Horny on main.
Yep.
I need to drop off so much.
Okay, those are just regular wing drakes. I thought I saw Rathian. I thought I was gonna have to hunt it.
Dun, dun.
I mean, at this point, it's just a thing that if I see something that's much higher level than me, I have to fight it. Were you there for the Diabolos incident?
I was not.
Yesterday, I ended up like just like how I tried to fight the Rathian and I actually captured one. I also tried to fight and capture a Diabolos. And the thing is, I was on an expedition, which expeditions are you can die as many times as you want. Like, you can get knocked out as many times as you want, and you won't go back. You won't go back to you won't fail a mission or anything like that. But the thing about this is it took seven attempts to try to bring it down, and on the 7th attempt, I actually knocked off one of its horns, and then it fucked off. And I don't mean it fucked off as in it, like, went to another part of the map. It left the map entirely.
Oh, it despawned?
Yes, it basically got, just dug its way underground and disappeared. I'm just like, I have spent
Screw this, I'm out.
half an hour trying to kill this thing. And it just fucks off.
Oof. That's rough.
Okay, I'm going to bring up my
That
map.
is straight rough, buddy. Is there
Maybe
no way to collect dirty water in this game? Do I just seriously have to find it?
collect dirty water? Or
Yeah,
clean
because
dirty water?
none of the... No, collect it, because none
Okay.
of the recipes for the soups or anything take clean water. It's all dirty water.
Why are they... That's one of the things I don't understand about the Fallout games. It's like, why would you need dirty water? Like, why wouldn't you be able to use purified water? Wouldn't purified water make it better?
Nah, I gotta have that texture of the grains.
We have to have dirt. Anyway, I'm gonna step away briefly to go get my mail and also get myself another soda.
Okie dokie. Who's in the stream still? Me alone. Or is Niku still there? Art thou there, Miko Niku? Orville. Ooh, no, actually. Oh, you are here. Hello. So I guess it shows the amount of people minus me. Okay. Cool. How are you, Niku? Is it just like normal pain, or is it like pins and needles? Like, the stuff you get after your arm goes numb and then comes back. I don't need 16 right away. I just don't need 6. Granted. That sucks. Well, hope it feels better sometime soon. Get more of these on me. Ah, good old sweet rolls. How we wish we knew ye. Ah, yes. That mystical thing called sleep. 'Tis a lovely thing.
Alright, I'm back. Back in black.
Hello, back. Hello, back. I am companion. Stingwing fillet.
Yeah, I'm just imagining all of the different, oh, shut up, Niku. It's bad enough that I had Wrath here saying, hello, back, I'm... It's like, Niku is also like, hello, back, I'm Niku. Oh,
yeah,
hunt a
you're the
Rathian!
funniest of funnies.
I'm being told to hunt a Rathian. Yes. Yes, I can start getting Rathian armor. You sound as evil as you look.
I may have a slight hoarding issue. So I currently have 80 pounds of equipment on me, yes?
Yeah?
This is after emptying all of the things in the aid section. I just grabbed them all back. Care to guess how much my weight is now?
Over 200?
142.
Oh. That wasn't
So
as cool as I thought it would be.
62 pounds.
Oh, that's right.
Well, considering
Oh, no,
that, like, what kind of aid items are you having? Because it's like, I know that, like...
A little bit of everything.
I know that Nuka-Colas and stuff like that, of bottles, and water and that kind of stuff, weigh about 0.5.
Nuka... Okay, I'm not sure about Nuka-Cola, but I got a Nuka Cherry, and it's 1 per unit.
Okay, so 1 unit. I know that there's something that's like 0.5, or am I thinking of the potions in Skyrim?
You might be thinking of those, because those tend to weigh anywhere from 0.3 to 0.5.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go get some food, and then I'm gonna go fight a Rathian. This time I have an even more powerful weapon than last time.
Yeah.
You just have the voice down for like an evil villain. Someday I shall destroy all of you.
You will know my pain when you have nothing left to lose.
I love Meowscular Chef.
Meowscular Chef. At first, I thought you were just calling him that because he
even refers to himself as Meowscular. Like if you I can even show you right now. I'll go up and talk to him. It shows his name as Meowscular Chef.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I thought it was just like a nickname the community decided, but nope. Homeboy is literally the muscular chef, and we wouldn't have it any other way.
You interested in bulking up the canteen with more ingredients? Now that's what I'm talking about. Take care of the getting yoked in the forest, and we'll get to that menu 6 packed with ingredients. The canteen can't get yoked if I don't have that yolk. Go get my protein. I love you, muscular chef. Unfortunately,
I love the gym bro vibes.
yeah. You know what the unfortunate thing about that quest is?
Good luck.
What?
Guess what kind of egg I'm supposed to be getting?
What?
A Rathian egg. And the thing is, like, with the getting yoked in the wasteland option, it's like I was just getting the eggs from some what do you call them? Apsoroses, which were herbivores. Like, they're things that you make into meat in this game. A Rathian is basically a dragon, fire breathing, and it's also poisonous. And the thing is, in this game, while you're carrying the eggs, if you drop them, like, yeah, if you actually get attacked, like if you get hit in any way, you drop it in the egg splatters. The thing is, in the getting yoked in the forest quest, you have to go to the very top of the entire map and bring the egg back down to one of the whatchamacallit, the camps. You still there?
Yeah, I had to mute because I live next to a hospital with a lifeline, so a helicopter is flying outside my window. I had to close it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I heard a buzz, a sound that was like that from your end, but I was just like, it sounded like static and then nothing.
Yeah, I muted my mic, went and shut that because it's annoying in real life. I can't imagine through a microphone.
What kind of headset do you have, if you don't mind me asking?
Xbox Series X or S, Turtle, or like Cobalt Blue Turtle Beach.
Turtle Beach?
If you want the specifics.
I have a Cloud Stinger.
Oh.
Yep.
I've not heard of that one. Is it very good?
It's HyperX. I've actually been using him for years for my work. I actually, for the 5 years that I've been working for Apple, I've actually been using yeah, HyperX. That's what it is. I've been using a gaming headset to talk to my customers, because gaming headsets are perfect for any audio, you know?
Yeah, they're meant to like help communicate. So yeah, instead of shelling out for a high quality communications, just get a gaming one.
Yep. Well, the headsets that they provided us are not good. Like, I'll just point blank say it. Like, we didn't even get we got ones with like the foam, ones that you would receive in a high school computer lab. If that triggers, yeah.
Yeah, those like 1990s wrap all the way around your ears.
Yeah.
Or was it the? Oh, it was one of those. It wasn't the thin, just barely fit on your ears with the little foam in the middle.
Oh, actually, it was those. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thin ones. If you didn't bring your own purchase your own headset, you're screwed in that job.
Well, you guys are being sad. So I guess I'll throw it on a trader and have one of you man it. Oh, all of you are currently worthless. There's so much free labor.
Just, you made me think of it's free real estate.
Okay, trader, you produce...
Oh, there you are, Rathian.
I would
It
hope
just
you're not
yep.
hunting me.
It just yelled at in my face and then walked away. Like usually these monsters, the moment that they see you, they'll roar at you and then start a fight. This one just roared in my face and then started ignoring me.
Roar! I'm gonna go take a nap.
It's like, yeah, I'll intimidate you, but that's about it.
Oh, I thought that was a flaming Brahim. No, it just had a lamp on its back.
What had a lamp on its back?
There was a merchant's Brahmin, you know, the two-headed cows.
Yeah.
And I saw it running, but because I only saw the light, I thought something was on fire that was running. But no, it just had a lamp on its back. Because I'm in a settlement right now, and they were losing happiness, so I took on a trader post. And that thing just came barreling through.
Come on, motherfucker.
Water.
Roll, motherfucker.
Oh, motherfucker, come on. Come on, motherfucker, come on.
I loved including that as an alarm for Kevin at one point. He was just like, "Oh, system, please set an alarm." Okay, an alarm has been set. Why did you wake me up with that? Well, you never specified what you wanted to play for the alarm.
Yeah. Just every time I think of that, I think of this old video I saw. Like I can't for the life of me remember where it was. It was one of those old TF2 like SFM videos.
Yeah.
Where they like have the characters do stupid shit.
Yeah.
And it was It was one of the ones where like it had Thomas the Tank Engine as Heavy's head.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Yeah, and he just comes barreling down like the main street with the Thomas the Tank Engine theme in the background.
Dum 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 dum. Okay, I'm on the back of the Rathian. Hang on tight.
Get out,
yeah! Yeah, bitch! Science, motherfucker!
I wanna watch that. I've watched some of it, but I haven't like got far into it or finished it. But I wanna.
What?
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I remember. Like, yeah, that's where I got that idea. Like the science, bitch meme.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boop him.
Science.
Boop. 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 I like this hammer. It's perfect for playing whack-a-mole with a Rathian. Whack-a-rat. Fun fact: in these games, the Rathians, the Rathian, and I believe there's only 2 species that have actually different names for their male and female parts. Like not the parts of their body, but like the male and female members of the species is what I meant.
Yes. Over here we have a Rathian with a redacted, and over here we have another Rathian with a redacted.
Oh, well, what I meant was, the females are called Rathian, and the males are called Rathalos.
Ooh.
Whereas for, there's a type of Elder Dragon pair called a Teostra and a Lunastra. Oh, fuck. I don't understand why, but...
Some coffee and I'm uncultured. Okay, so you guys don't have enough meds.
You know what the difference between America and yogurt is?
What?
There's actually two. The first one is that if you leave yogurt alone for a few hundred years, it'll actually develop a culture.
Fair.
And the second one is yogurt can be fat-free. Oh, and I'm paralyzed. Right now, I'm paralyzed, and so is the Rathian.
Awkward stare down.
Yeah, there's a type of what's called endemic life here called the paratoad, where if you kick it or hit it, it releases paralytic gas.
The one where everyone's like, do it, do it, do it, do it. And the first one.
Yep. Where everybody was telling me to do it, and I did it, and nothing, and there wasn't even anything nearby for me to paralyze. So I just basically hit myself with it. Oh no!
That water is highly, highly irradiated. I jumped into it and I got +6 rads for the split second that I was in it. I didn't even submerge, I just, like, did the hose in.
I just broke your foot! One of the more interesting parts of this game is that even though you can't see, like, the enemy's, like, health bar, what you can do is, you can break parts of their, like, their scales, because every single monster in the Monster Hunter games is a variation of what's called a wyvern. Like, they're all called wyverns, technically.
That's their overall,
yeah, that's their overall
area.
classification. There's fanged wyverns, flying wyverns, swimming wyverns. They're all just, like, even one, like, not a single one of them is, I don't think there's a single mammal among all of them.
They're all reptilian?
Technically, yes. Some of them, the interesting thing is, despite that, some of them do have fur. They're all wyverns, man. Miku. All of them.
Every last one.
Made me think of, like, the astronaut meme. It's like, wait, so they're all, so it's all wyverns? Points again, always has been. I mean, one of the monsters I'm gonna go after this is called the Paolumu, and it actually is incredibly furry and everything like that, and flying, but it. Oh, you saw a cat in his little boat? Yeah, anytime you're in water, cat like the palico that is with you gets in this little inflatable raft.
That's funny. Wait, can I put a bed there?
I don't know, can you?
If I move this end table, I believe I will. Yeah, put opposite in your chair. I can!
You can! Florida is the land of opportunity. If you want to wear a shirt that says I have drugs and get arrested for having drugs, you can.
You can be stupid.
There's a guy on YouTube called Ben Brainerd, and he does this thing called The Table, where he has, like, he edits it so that he has, like, various outfits and costumes for stereotypical people from various states, and Florida is just, like, beach bum attire and that kind of stuff. And he's in
I know
every
I know.
single episode, no matter who's there, like causing chaos. It's like, whose side are you on? Chaos knows no sides.
Okay. Florida, how do you call Washington?
Yep. Oh, you've seen it.
Yep.
How do you call Oklahoma? What was that? Nothing. Oh, nothing. Who wants to go to? Of course, I want to go to Brahms. How much of his stuff have you seen?
I've seen quite a bit. I've even seen like some of his stand-up.
Yeah. I was doing truck driving for the army.
That's
I'm in
that's
this
a water
high school.
moccasin. Venomous, not poisonous.
Yeah, that's a water moccasin. That's nope on a rope. I went to pick it up. The security guard put his hand on his gun as if that's gonna do anything, and said, wait, that thing is poisonous. I was like, no, it's venomous, and I continued to go and pick it up.
Fuck it, yeah.
Oh, he's perfect. Then there's the one where he accurately talked about how in Florida we have. I was born and raised in Florida. I'll just tell you that. And in Florida, we just have the instinctive ability to tell how long an alligator is. Like, you could say that someone could say, hey, did you see that alligator up there? Yeah, it's about a 30-footer. Okay then.
Well, alright then.
I got some stories about my time down in Florida if you want to hear them.
Shit, I'm down.
I grew up in the swampy areas of Florida in a place called Port Charlotte on the west coast of Florida. And I got two stories that include my grandmother. My grandmother was a police officer, a road deputy, when I was little. And one day, this is before we ended up moving in with her, she came to the house where my sister, mom, and I lived, and we heard gunshots in the front yard. Everybody ran out, and we were like, "What the hell?" Oh, my mom's like, "Mom, what is going on?" So she's like, "Don't worry, I killed it. It's dead." She had taken out her gun in a suburban neighborhood and fired multiple times into the yard because she saw a toy snake my sister and I had been playing with earlier that morning. Yeah. And you know what the best thing is? Nobody left their house to check what was going on. Because the area I lived in, there was only two things that those gunshots could have been. Either A, someone fighting off the local wildlife, or B, someone getting running from the cops. Either way, it's none your business, and if you open your door, they're gonna probably come after you.
I thought you were gonna say fighting off the local wildlife or fighting off the local social life.
Yep, fighting off the local population. Well, the way that I often describe how Florida is, or where I grew up specifically, we got alligators big enough that if you were to hit one with your car, you tip the car a bit, the alligator would give you the finger and walk away. Got snakes big enough that sometimes they try and even rarer succeed to swallow those alligators whole. More often than not, they just split themselves in half and die from the hubris. And then you got spiders that are bigger than your hand. And I'm not talking about including the legs. That's just their main body is bigger than your hand.
I'm glad I wasn't born where you were.
Yeah. Got a story about why I'm terrified of spiders. When I was little, growing up, my sister, I used to share a room with my sister. And one night we heard her screaming out from the living room. My sister's older than me by 1 year. This is when I was like 5. heard her screaming out from the living room. I came out of my room, my mother came out of my room, and we looked. There was a giant spider on the ceiling, like huge. My mom knocked it down with a broom and threw a phone book on it, and the phone book started moving away from us.
That.
So what my mom did was she went into her bedroom, picked up a nightstand, brought it out, and put it on top of the phone book to try to crush it. And we left it there for the rest of the night. The next day, my mom removed the phone book, not the phone book, but the whatchamacallit, the nightstand.
Nightstand.
And the phone book started moving again. We had to starve the spider to death.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the kind of environment I grew up in. Got another story about how tough as hell my grandmother is, and how not I don't give a fuck Florida is as a whole. Florida is Australia's little brother. That's but one of the stories I have is when I was living with my grandma. One day, my sister and I were looking outside the window, and we saw an armadillo in our front yard. Now, here's the thing. We lived on sea level, so if you went digging to put a septic tank underground, that's not going to work out well for you. So, we had an above-ground septic tank with a hill built over it. And we couldn't afford for that armadillo to burrow into it. So my grandma went next door to our neighbor's house, who was a woodworker who made dog houses. And she asked if she could borrow a piece of wood. She comes back with a 10-foot tall pole of wood, beats the armadillo to death with it, and then returns the piece of wood to our neighbor, bloodstains and all. Then comes back, gets a shovel, picks the armadillo up, goes down to the edge of the street, throws it into the woods, and that was a Tuesday. That is the kind of environment that I grew up in, where people just don't give a flying fuck.
It's
our neighbor.
Like the reason they didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say our neighbor didn't even comment on the blood stains on the piece of wood, because that's none of his business.
I was gonna say, it sounds like the people didn't give a flying fuck because all the fucks flew away in terror.
Yeah, there's a reason. You know why there's so many Florida Man articles and news things on the internet?
A portion?
It's because when you grow up in an environment that is incredibly hostile, from the plants, the animals, the weather, the other people, you just learn to stop caring about what other people say is sane. Sanity is relative down there.
Relative Sanity sounds like an amazing song.
Yeah, it would describe Florida pretty well. Because the thing about Florida is that the sane people that go there leave. It's either you lose your sanity or you leave, or you're a snowbird. In which case, fuck you. Nobody likes you.
Fuck you, your mother doesn't love you.
Fuck you. Fuck your mom. Fuck your entire history.
Fuck your head and the neck it rode in on.
Now, you might. I saw a comedian talking about how insults in Arabic are so much worse. Because one of them is, you know how they say, how one of the things like "fuck your mother," they have a thing that translates to "fuck the pussy you slithered out of."
Yeah, I've seen that video.
You saw that one, and then "fuck your entire history." You mean fuck my grandma? No, from this point to the beginning of time, fuck all of them.
it was your history or your legacy. Both apply, like...
Yeah.
Because your legacy is this point forward. Your history is that point backwards.
Yep. It made me, for some reason, made me think of one of my favorite insults that I saw in it was a little comic thing. It said, "You're supposed to be dead, yeah? And you're supposed to be dumpster diving for ham scraps, you six-piece chicken McNobody."
I've heard that. I don't remember where, but I have.
Yep.
Fine work.
Yeah, I got some very interesting stories from Florida.
Light your way.
This is actually you know how I've been saying that I got fired from my job. This is actually the third job I've been fired from, and the third job I've ever had. I've never quit a job. I've only ever been fired. First job I had was as a shelf stalker for Walmart, and I lasted a month.
To get fired from that?
Stealing company time.
Oh.
Basically, one day I clocked in for work sick, and I did nothing for the first hour. I just stayed in the break room holding my head. So, and the thing is, and when you sign up to work for Walmart, you're pretty much like you're on probation for the first 3 months, and if you screw up just once, you get fired. It's just how it works. But yeah, because I was fired from them, I'm never allowed to work for a Walmart or Sam's Club ever again. Second job I had was as a apprentice butcher at a butcher shop. It was a German butcher shop, and one of the more interesting facts about it, we supplied schnitzel for Disney World. Like every Tuesday, we would go. There would be like this process that we would go through to create all of the schnitzel, put them in the boxes, that kind of stuff, and it was hell. But it was. But I will say that it did have its ups and downs, so to speak. Let me see here. What's this? What are these supposed to be? Wildspire Waste, Quest Locale, Report to Resource Center. Okay, I gotta go to the Resource Center first. Apparently they won't tell me it. They won't tell me jack until I talk to them. Okay, but what was I saying?
You were talking about supplying schnitzel to Disney World.
Yeah. At the butcher shop that I worked at, funniest or most ironic thing is, I got fired for a misunderstanding that I was trying to prevent. Like, I tried to prevent a misunderstanding and created the exact one I was trying to prevent at the time that I did. My problem is, I have a problem, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I have a problem with looking after my own personal health. And one day I was like, I didn't have a car back then. I just rode my bike around town. And one day I was hanging out with my friend, and she looked at my foot and she's like, "Dude, what the fuck?" Because I had an ingrown toenail problem and my foot was infected. But I just continued walking around because I didn't care. She's like, "You need to go to a hospital." But this was the middle of the night, and I was staying at her place. So she was like, "Well, we'll go in the morning." The thing is, I was supposed to work the next day. So I had to call in the next day to tell them, you know, I'm not going to be showing up because I'm sick and I have to go get my foot looked at. Thing is, as you probably remember me saying, I rode my bike around. And if I were to go from my friend's house to the hospital, I'd be riding my bike right by the front of the butcher shop. You can guess where the problem would lie in that.
How can you be riding your bike if you're supposedly sick enough to not be able to go to work?
Yeah, it's like the thing is, I'm very resistant to pain, so I could have Did I just hear a knock on my door? Okay, I didn't. I could have continued working and walking around, even though most people wouldn't be able to walk with this happening to their foot. Like, that was the amount of pain it would be causing. And lo and behold, I called them, I told my work, and I told them that I wasn't going to make it, and I was using a pair of headphones that had a button that would allow me to hang up. And I pressed that button after talking to them, and I thought that I hung up. And then I started discussing with my friend, hey, I don't want them to see me going past them. How can we avoid being seen by them? Like, do you know any, like, back roads we could take? So, the thing is, I didn't hang up. And my boss heard me talking about how I wanted to sneak past the butcher shop. So I tried to prevent a misunderstanding. I tried to prevent them from thinking that I was skipping work, and ended up making them think I was skipping work.
Yeah.
It was just terrible. Ooh, muscular
Doesn't
chef.
sound too fun.
Yep.
Ooh.
Same things. Slay 11 Shamos. Deliver 10 super abalone. That's a lot of abalone.
Ooh.
Ab-baloney. Baloney made out of people's abs.
Bologna is spelled so weird.
Bologna. Yep.
Yep.
What did you do when you learned what bologna is made of?
Not exist, because I haven't cared to look up what it's made of.
It's basically the same thing as hot dogs. All of the leftover parts of the pig.
Well, I suppose I would continue playing Fallout in that.
Yeah. What I did was I took another bite out of my sandwich because I didn't give a fuck. I was like, it still tastes good. Why should I care? It's not like it's gonna affect me in any big way, you know?
Yeah.
Flash bug, bitter bug, god bug. I'm always confused about that bug in this game. There's literally a bug called god bug.
Have I mentioned Tom Cardy?
Tom Cardy? No.
Okay, so there's this one one artist I somewhat follow by the name of Tom Cardy, and he makes almost like satirical content. I could say.
Yeah.
He has one. Okay, he has a couple, and I like it. I find it hilarious. But I've tried to show it to people, and they don't quite find it as funny as I do. You seem like somebody that would enjoy the randomness of it all.
I might.
Because he has one called Mixed Messages, which is basically what it says on the tin, and he has one called Red Flags, which is thought to be the precursor, precursor in the timeline. To Mixed Messages.
I might have to look into all that.
Mixed Messages and Red Flag, there's this one artist who, with Tom's permission, has used their OCs in a animated music video. So
And these are songs?
you probably find... Yes, they are songs. The day started off so well. Begin my night, not expecting the fright of my life. She was perfect from what I could tell. How could I not see the danger right in front of me? That's how Red Flag starts off.
You're making me think of Stephen Lynch for some reason. Have you ever heard of him?
I haven't. It sounds familiar, but it might just be because I'm thinking of the word lynch, like lynching.
He is a singer that just about every single song that he has written and sang is controversial, and he's like a stand-up comedian as well. And the reason why it's all controversial, well, not all controversial, but every song that he has will offend a group. One of them is called "My Name Is Satan," and another one is called "Special Ed." About a guy having like a friend whose name is Ed and and was dropped on his head when he was little. And it's like, I thought college life was great. Ed couldn't count from 1 to 2. Just like subversion of expectations a few times. And the song ends with the guy saying, one day I was talking to Special Ed and he hit me in the head with a brick. And now, as Special Ed, just made me special too. And what you made me think when you said red flags, there's a song called "I Think You're a Nazi." Yeah, it's about a guy who he's talking to his girlfriend, and he's just saying all of the reasons why he thinks she's a Nazi.
Yeah. The subversion of expectations are on me for another song. Have you heard of The World's Dirtiest Song by Bird and McDonald?
No.
Okay, so it was a song that was on this old, I think it was like an SNL type show, and it starts. Let me look up the lyrics. I don't want to mess it up.
I've probably heard of it, and it does sound like it rings a bell.
There it is. There was an old farmer who lived by
On a rock,
he sat in the meadow, shaking his fist at some boys who were down by the creek. Their feet in the water,
their hands on their marbles and playthings. And at 4:30, there was a young lady. She looked like a pretty young creature. She sat on the grass. She opened her legs and she showed them her white feathered duck. Her ruffles and laces and white fluffy duck. She asked them if they wanted to. Yeah, I've heard of that song. She offered to teach them a new way to lace up their boots. Yep. And I love the way it ends the most. If you think this is dirty, you can go fuck yourself. No, the end. It goes. If put out on the shelf. If you think this is dirty, you can go fuck yourself.
The one I heard was, if you think this is dirty, you're fucking low, right?
I didn't hear that one, but yeah, I love that song. I haven't heard it in years though.
It's a fun song.
One song that Stephen Lynch sings, which is, he doesn't introduce the name of the song first. He just starts singing it, and it starts off with the guy talking about how breaking up with the girl in front of him, and he's like, there, like something, this is no attack. The problem is that I'm white and you are also white. I only like black girls and brown girls. The cafe, like, it goes from you thinking that he's gonna breaking up because she's black, but he actually is doing it because she's also white.
Sentry bot, please fuck off.
You like any Bo Burnham songs?
Yeah.
I like Kill Yourself.
I call this one A World on Fire.
I saw an old man get hit by a train. He didn't see it in the pouring rain. He didn't hear me shout, look out for the train. Because I didn't say anything. I just looked at it and thought, this is gonna be sad. I'm a genius.
Yeah.
Kill yourself. It won't be painful. If you are able to give a little kiss to an oncoming train, you'll kill yourself. Get it. It's over, mullet. Get it through your head, it being a bullet.
Yeah, he's something else.
I like his song. Well, one of his songs that I like and also don't like at the same time is "Welcome to the Internet." Have you heard it?
Yeah.
The reason why I like it is the first part of it, like the way that it's going through so many different things. But I don't like it when he just goes like into the philosophical part of the song and then the repetitive part of the song. It's just not as good, you know?
Yeah. I like All Eyes on Me a bit more than I like Welcome to the Internet.
Hold on to your socks, because some random guy just kindly sent you photos of his cock. They are cookie and off-putting. He just sent you more. Don't act surprised. You know you like it, you whore.
See him and beheaded, get offended, see us trained. Look at pictures of your children, tell us everything
Thought you think. Start a rumor, send a start a rumor, find a groomer, send a death bet to a boomer. Here's a healthy here's a healthy breakfast option. You should kill your mom. Here's a tip for straining pasta.
Here's how you can build a bomb.
Yep. What Power Ranger are you? Take this quirky quiz. Obama said the immigrants vaccinate your kids. Yep. Can I interest you in everything all of the time?
All of the time.
Apathy's a tragedy.
Apathy's a tragedy, and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything, all of the time.
Yep. It's a good song.
So singing doesn't work, but yeah.
Yep.
Good thing I have some attic there. That is at my home base. Yeah. I'll deal with that jet addiction later. Yeah. How long are you planning to go for? Because we've been going for a hot minute.
I'm planning to go until I no longer feel the need to play anymore. I'm thinking of I might just kill this Rathian again, because one of the things in this game is that after you get to a specific point, any monster that you capture will be put into an arena where you can actually kill it. So you can basically fight the same monster twice.
Just over and over, or
no. The first time you capture it, the second time you kill it.
Ooh.
But you basically, the arena has a bunch of traps that you can utilize, like built-in traps from they have cannons, they have ballistas, they have these things called the Dragonators, where you can the Dragonator, where you pull a lever and it shoots giant spears into that drill into the monster's side. This thing should be close to dead.
Recon Bunker Theta. This is the first time I found you.
How fast can I kill this thing? Or how much longer do I have is the real question. There it goes. It's dead. Now I can carve out its body parts. Oh, it is. That is the kind of sound that it's making.
I have the stream muted so you don't get a feedback loop, but I'm still watching.
Yeah. Yeah, that Rathian is dead. Now I just need a Rathalos as well. Do what?
Oh, there's this comedian on YouTube. He's not like a proper comedian, he's an internet comedian.
Yeah.
But apparently he streams on Twitch.
Interesting. Yeah, some of the things that are streamed on Twitch are the weirdest things. There's hot tub streamers, there's people who stream with just chatting.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's just chatting.
Yeah, I'm dipping my toes into this, but I think I could become a good streamer, just in general. I have a lot of stories, I have a lot of jokes, but it's always slow starting out. And, like I said before, I'm no good by myself. I'm only good if I have, like, somebody to to bounce off of, to interact with. That's why when I have, like, a full chat room, I'm usually able to be a lot more animated, but when I only have like 1 or 2 people there, I'm silent.
Subdued.
I'm a mirror.
Man, we're gonna use one of these addict dolls because I don't care to be addicted to Jet.
That's actually gonna be one of the major things that's good in the that would be good to use in the merchant story.
Addict doll?
Yeah, addict doll. Because can you imagine how many drugs there are in the various universes?
So many.
What we're planning is the and since you're the only one here, and I don't know if anybody's actually going to come to the watch this stream to the very end.
I think Nico is still in because it doesn't show me sometimes. You know, like it's been one before and Nico was still in here. So
might be because this is Twitch for PlayStation. Like I'm not using my computer whatsoever for this, so it's not always accurate. But
like I'm on the Twitch page and it's showing. I don't know.
The one
Sorry
should
for
be
interrupting.
you. Yeah, don't worry about interrupting. I understand what it's like to need to get the thought out of your head, you know.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we've planned is that in order to do the beta test, unleashing a beta tester on the Omniverse is not exactly a good idea. Because for one thing, there's a possibility of them running into other gamers and that kind of stuff, or them going to a world or universe that is not entirely suited for them. Well, what the plan is he's actually put into a multiversal cluster created by the administrators that oversee the creation and distribution of gamer versions. And the multiversal cluster that he is in has 4 universes, and each one of them is supposed to test out and teach him something about being a merchant. The Borderlands universe is that essentially capitalism is everything. Like, you can't get anywhere without money. Unplugged my headset. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. But the first universe, Borderlands universe, and it's got like the big bad boss at the end and all that. Second universe is actually I haven't planned on what order the universes are actually going to be in, but one of the next other universes is Animal Crossing. And the purpose of that universe is to teach him that sometimes you need to force progression in order to be a successful merchant. Because Animal Crossing is kind of like a peaceful world and everything like that, so he needs to force progression, conflict, that kind of stuff in order to make the world progress as well. The third world is High School DxD.
Ooh, that's
And the quest that's given to him for that world is he has to only sell to the villains.
Ooh.
He can only sell to the bad guys, specifically Chaos Brigade. And the reason behind that is that it's supposed to teach him that sometimes evil is necessary. And thus sometimes they need a backer. Haven't really thought much about the fourth universe. I was thinking maybe One Piece.
Well, what universes are you familiar enough with to be able to do something like that?
Well, I wouldn't want to use any universes from the from that I've already included into the system.
Yeah.
So none of the games that I have, but one of the main ones I was thinking of is One Piece, because that is a world with one of the most diverse variety of markets possible. Everything from minerals to the magical devil fruits to even slaves. It's all there if you know where to look.
Yeah.
I think that we concluded one of them, but didn't really get that far. But yeah, it's like and I don't even know what the fourth lesson will be. There's 4 admins. So, but it's like only after completing the main quest line for each universe is the beta test considered completed, and he actually gets unleashed upon the greater Omniverse. Another thing is that the gamer system that he's using is sentient and sapient, and the reason for that is that there are two layers to the gamer system that he's been given. What is known as the conscious and the subconscious. The subconscious is the thing that calculates all of the stats, does like all of the background, like displays the display and everything. The conscious mind of the system, of the beta system, is an AI that is supposed to determine, like, make reports, help the user do all that kind of stuff. And then once the beta test is done, the sentient AI stays with the person, but the background AI, the one that is like the subconscious, gets basically copied by the administrators and minted for mass production. This has happened, and I'm planning on having it be that this has happened with a lot of different like every single beta test so far, and various beta test software or the beta test versions of the game include like the always vaunted RPG system, the RTS system, the Connect 3 system, which I'm just leaving that as a like something that gets said and ignored. The Connect 3 system, just for things like Bejeweled. And the ever sought after, like even higher than the RPG system, dating sim system. And all of those AIs, like, they develop their own personalities, they determine what gender they are, what name. The AI that Chester gets sidled with determines himself to be male. So I'm not making it one of those things where the AI like gains sentience and becomes like the love interest of the main character. None of that shit.
Just two bros trying to make some money.
Yep, it's basically like, bro, you gotta make more money. It's like, I'm trying, bro. My bro-tato, my bromo sapien, my brother from another mother. Brosidon, Lord of the Broshin.
Lord of Broses. Fucking yeah.
Brodin, the god of... Why should we get... you know why we should get matching anchor tattoos? So our friendship will never float away. Some of the bro things I've seen in online are hilarious.
Truly, the internet knows no bounds.
It doesn't. Oh, hey, Robert. Yeah, we're actually finishing up right now. You came a little bit late, though. Considering how fucked up your sleep schedule is, if you can spend most of your life in Florida and come out intact, you are tough. Yeah, I can say that for certain. Anyway, Wrath, I'm done for now for the night. Like, since I killed that Rathian, I got all that stuff off my chest. We can continue tomorrow. Or, you think you're gonna be available tomorrow?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do, so just
you got no
up,
schooling or anything like that? Or work?
Bro, it's summer.
It's summer? Oh.
Yeah.
I always forget.
Schools.
Time is an illusion, okay? Shut up.
It's been summer for a couple weeks now. Like, summer school has started is how summer
Time is an illusion.
Uh-huh. And my illusion skill is 100, so it seems real enough.
Alright. I'm gonna bring things off air. Let me see here. Actually, I can still talk to you after... Let me see this.